Baby girl and baby boy, do you know that you're made good in the image of God? And no matter what time zone you may be in or what part of the planet you may be currently residing in, may this bedtime story bring you peace, comfort, joy, and rest. And tonight's good read is actually the story behind this channel. Right now, as I record this voiceover with you, I'm looking at a sign on my wall that says, "Do what you love what you do." Although this is a relatively tiny channel compared to so many others in this niche that provide fun bedtime stories and are much more popular channels, and although there's no profit in this for me, it still is satisfying and fulfills the purpose of doing what I love and loving what I do, and reading bedtime stories first and foremost to my grandchildren, and then to anyone else who has an ear to hear and chooses to listen. I don't kid myself anymore into telling you that it's for my audience of one, meaning God, because I can talk to God anytime and don't need to record and publish YouTube videos to do that. So it's not about that. It's not about doing this for my audience of one or doing this for the Great Commission or to bring God glory or to build his kingdom, although if those happen to be part of this process, that's even better. That's fantastic. But I read bedtime stories for kids, for adults, for anyone who, again, has an ear to hear, who chooses to listen, who maybe needs a little extra assistance falling asleep at night, or just enjoys kids' stories all the way from kids' stories to deeply philosophical adult bedtime stories like Jonathan Livingston's Seagull, which is on this channel as well. So if there's a particular favorite book that you would like to have read as an audiobook and shared here that you feel like other people would enjoy or could benefit from or would be useful in some way, I would love to hear those suggestions. You can go ahead and place them in the comments on this video. Normally, when recording the children's bedtime stories, it's on a made for kids and for an audience, and that particular setting, made for kids, does not allow for comments, which in some ways has been a huge relief because I don't have to worry about inappropriate comments that way. But this particular video will be published for all to view for a wider audience than just made for kids. So, and even though I started the introduction with baby boy and baby girl, I see you. There's a baby boy and a baby girl inside each and every one of us, that there's a vulnerable child in there, our inner child, which maybe these bedtime stories appeal to you, to that inner child, looking for peace, looking for protection, safety, security, joy, contentment, satisfaction, looking for love. And in this case, in the right places, instead of looking for love in all the wrong places, which so many of us have made those mistakes. So may we learn from our mistakes. May we look for the takeaways and the life lessons and along our journey and the things that we do and have consequences, positive or negative consequences from. May we live and learn and find joy in the journey. And recognize, I'm using all the cliches right now, recognize that happiness is not a destination, but that it's about the process. It's about trusting the process and learning what we're meant to learn from each relationship and situation and experience that we get to explore in this beautiful life. You can also catch me at medium.com/@GratefulGwen. And that's where my blog is located. So I like to write encouraging articles with the hope of encouraging you there. And that's also an opportunity to comment and have conversations or discussions should you so choose to engage. And so I appreciate you being here. I appreciate subscribers. I don't do this for the money. I don't do this for the likes, follows, or subscribes. But it still means a lot to me for those of you who do show up and support and encourage, because even the encouragers need encouragement sometimes. So thank you for being here with me on this night or morning or afternoon or whatever time of the day it happens to be for you. And until next time, happy reading and sweet dreams. Until next time, happy reading and sweet dreams.